well, I ain't gonna point, I ain't gonna say no names. She was like, I ain't making no commitments. I'm not making none. I'm gonna be there, but she does. She here today. But the thing is, sometimes we have to make a commitment. Why? Because we never know what blessing we will get on the other end. Sometimes it's meant for us to stay in a position, stay where we need to be, because you never know where your blessing will be.
And you never know what God wants to do with you in that position. You never know whose life you're going to affect and why God has you in that season. There's a reason you're where you are. It's a God-given reason. And the one thing I can say about Abigail, she just said was she knew, like she was there, even though she knew her husband's name, even his name was a fool. But she was there because she took responsibility that she chose to say yes. And she chose to be with him, and she made the decision. And she know that I may have put him in the wrong place, but maybe not. Maybe God ordained this season of pressure. Maybe because in the end, you heard the story, and she got away to save the people because she was in the position she was in at that moment.
What if she left?
What if she had left?
So a lot of times we might not like the position that we're in our jobs. We may not like the position we're in with our family members. Some of us don't have really close relationship with our family members, and we try to move too fast, and we ain't gonna talk to you forever and ever and ever and ever. But maybe God is using you to touch that person. Don't move out of position.
Somebody said there's purpose in your position.
There's purpose in your position.
I need y'all to put that on Facebook and put my name next to it.
Okay.
I'm joking. But that's good. That's good. Be in position.
Yes.
Be in position.
I'm throwing this scripture in Proverbs 18:24 says, a man that has friends show himself friendly. If you want to be friend, you have to show yourself friendly. If you want someone to treat you with respect, you have to treat others with respect.
That's reciprocity, man. Anybody been in a relationship where you do it all the work and they don't give you nothing back? You watch their kids every time they ask, and then you ask one time, and they, not today. My house full. I got too many people in the car me today. I ain't got
nothing. Lunch, you need lunch.
You need some lunch. You left your wallet at home or something. You need, man, I ain't got $5. They got about 100 in there. You saw it. You know them kind of friends, man. The reciprocity is so important, man. And just be aware of that, man. In a relationship, because when people give to you, make sure you give back.
You give back.
And make sure you honor what they did. So yeah, but I'm not to throw you off from that.
No, but that's
sidebar.
I mean, we used to tell our adopted daughter that, Candace, please give back to those that give to you. That's important. You don't want that stain on your life. You don't want to be the person that just suck the life out of everybody. You get all you can and can all you get. You don't want to be that type of person. You want to make sure that you give because you want people to give unto you. That's the word. They honor her because she honored them. They warned her about the terrible news they overheard. So even though she heard it, she didn't go crazy. My next point, respond accordingly. 1 Samuel 25:18 says, when Abigail heard the news about David coming to kill every man on his property, she immediately took action. Then Abigail hurried and took 200 loaves of bread and 2 jugs of wine and 5 sheep already prepared and 5 measures of roasted grain and 100 clusters of raisin and 200 cakes of figs and loaded them on donkeys. She had a plan. Because she received bad news, she didn't crack under pressure. She didn't say, oh my God, you're all going to die. How many of us get bad news and just break down? Yeah. We stop talking. We do the silent treatment on our spouse. We start screaming at the kids. Come on, let's be for real. I know I'm not the only one. We shut down. We stop cooking dinner. We start looking all depressed. We don't iron our clothes. We don't do our hair. We just depressed. Oh me. Oh gosh. It's all over. She didn't crack under pressure. She immediately took the things that she needed and she responded. She responded accordingly. She said, let me get this stuff before we die. She was wise in what she did. The Bible says to be wise as a serpent,
gentle as a dove.
As a dove.
How many of you know that to whom much is given, much is required? You've got a big plan. You've got a big vision. You've got big opportunity in front of you. Much is required. Much test is going to happen. Much test is going to come your way. You've got to be able to respond accordingly when a test comes about. When things begin to shake up a little because God wants to make you better, man, you got to be able to say, I'm going to stay in this fight for the long haul. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen regardless.
And when bad things happen, don't get emotional. Sometimes we make emotional decisions on logic life. It doesn't work. When we get bad news, we get emotional and we start to say things that we really didn't mean to say, and then we start to do things that we really didn't mean to do. I say it like this: words spoken are like eggs broken. You cannot get it back. Just because you get bad news, make sure you watch yourself emotionally. Don't shut down. Don't say things that don't need to be said. Make a plan. Stick to the plan. The vision that you wrote out, you put your plan in there for a reason, because if something goes left, you don't have to go with it. Stay right. When things go left, you don't have to go with it. Don't crack under the pressure. Just like Pastor said, it's all about what you're made of. Some people get hard, and then other people, they get soft. They squish out.
Punk out on me.
They kirk out.
Yeah, man.
That's the inside.
What are you made of, man? Look at your neighbor and say, what are you made of?
What are you made of?
What are you made of, man? We have to respond accordingly. We have to
So don't let your emotional thing take over your logic. Make good decisions.
Do this too. Never let the problem be bigger than the solution. How many of us get into the situation and we done on it? We done on the issue. I can't stand having conversations about the issue. Please, let's just stop. Okay, we know what it is. We've identified the problem. Now let's talk about the solution. Can we live here for the rest of the moment? You know, some of us like, you did this. Even with your spouse, you start arguing about stuff that happened 2 years ago. Trying to figure out a solution. That was 2 years ago. We've got to begin to look at the solution in anything that comes about, because there's always a solution. Light bill not paid on time? Pay it. It's always a solution. You ain't got no gas to tank? You ain't got no money for gas? Get on the phone and call a friend that you loan some money to. Hopefully they'll reciprocate the blessing back to you. I'm just being honest. Like, you sow seeds. That's why God says sow seed. And as long as the earth remains, there'll be seed, time, and harvest. You know, most preachers say that when it's offering time. But I'm saying in general, as long as life, it's the principle of the earth. As long as the earth remains, there'll always be seed, time, and harvest. You put a seed in the ground, it'll turn, it takes a little time, and it'll reap a harvest if you faint not. That's another one, Galatians 6 and 9. So at the end of the day, understand that people are going to always, things are going to always come about, but you've got to respond accordingly. You've got to respond accordingly.
And know this, you cannot fix a problem on the same level in which it was created. If you have a problem, guess what? You have the problem. That means you can't fix it. And a lot of times we try to fix things when we're the person that created the problem, or the problem is on our level. Sometimes you have to seek help.
Why do we try to counsel our own marriage? Let's just be honest. We the one that created the issue. Me and Tari, we marriage counselor guru. Y'all see us online every week. But we have to get counsel.
That's right.
We go through. And we know, just because we know principles and stuff, and sometimes if it's created at this level, we have to look up. We have to look up, man. And you always should vent up. How about that? Never vent down. Never take it out on your children. Never let your children know your baby daddy's a bad man. I'm just speaking. I ain't talking to no in particular person. I'm just saying, never let your kids know that you think your baby daddy's a bad person. Never vent down on them, because you'll smother them. It's like a restaurant. You're in a restaurant and they cooking in the back of Applebee's, just so to speak. And the chef is back there and they got a big vent coming out. That's how you get to smell the food all the way from down the street. A big vent, and all the smoke and all the things, all the bad things that's in the restaurant shoot out the thing. You're a chef, and this vent, it's made to be a strong vent to get all this out. But if you vent down, all your customers in the restaurant, the chefs, the cooks, the servers, the waiters, all them choke out.
That's right.
Always, when you got a problem, vent up, man. Vent up. You gotta have help, and you cannot fix a problem at the same level in which it was created.
Don't vent at your job. Don't vent on Facebook. Let me say this, Facebook is not Dr. Phil. Some of us have made Facebook, social media, Twitter, and Snapchat Dr. Phil. We cannot post things just because we are upset. That is venting down. You cannot go on Facebook or Twitter and tell all of your business. That is venting down. People lose respect for you. Your voice have now come none and void. They look at you as, okay, that's a clown. I can't take her serious. I can't take him serious. Matter of fact, on your job, never vent to your coworkers. That's venting down. Never vent to your boss. Make sure everything that they see you are just nice, clean, so-and-so, you walk, you just here, you do what you need to do, and you leave.
Because you want to protect yourself, man. At the end of the day, you're protecting who you are. You're protecting your investment. You're the best. You're the first investment you'll ever make. You're protecting that thing, man. Right. So yeah, never ever vent.
Because guess what? When you need something for that vision over there, you want to make sure that people respect who you are. You want to make sure that they respect, because Habakkuk 2:2 said, write the vision and make it plain so that others,
they who read it,
so they that read it,
absolutely,
can run with it. So at one point in time, you're going to have to take them that vision. Now, if you've been venting on Facebook and saying all these things and doing all these things, when you do take them your vision, will they take your vision serious?
That's good.
Come on.
I got another quote y'all can put out for me too. You are who you post to be. P-O-S-T. You are who you post.
Okay, I got you on that one.
Woo! You want to post negative? That's what they're gonna see. That's what That's who you become. What you post on social media.
That's right.
Is who you are.
It's who you are. Be careful with that stuff. And if I know you just want to get it out. I know you just want to throw the tree. You want to throw the shade.
Y'all want to know the truth? I feel that way all the time. Like I want to post my business too. It's true. It's just a real thing. You get upset about something. But you gotta be smart.
And then you be all subliminal with it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
You never direct
you
with it.
read this post and you think it's about you.
It is.
It is. Well, why don't you just say that name? Why don't you? You don't do that.
How about this? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, and then the one person you want to see is the one they say, or something like they think they all that. People think they all that when they going down. Whatever. You never say it to the person.
Right.
You always subliminally trying to clear your mind.
Yeah.
That's so funny to me.
That's a
People
coward.
do it. We do it.
Right.
People do it.
I said the next time somebody posts something about me, I just like it.
Yeah.
I like that part. Yeah, I love it. Hearts and all. Hey, I saw it. You happy? Because really, what does that do?
Not nothing.
Nothing. Just because they seen it, what does that do? Says you have an art with your brother, go to your brother. If you really feel like you need to get something out and you really want to fix it, pick up the phone and call someone and say, man, I don't like it when you do this. Use your iMessages. Like I tell my kids at school, I don't like it when. And I can respect someone that respects me enough to say, you know what? I didn't like when you did that.
Wow.
Okay, well, how are we going to fix it? But all the rest of the stuff, that's nonsense. It's just going to keep us away from the things that we want.
Absolutely.
All right. Next. Ready? What y'all think I'm about to say? Ready, set, go. Nope. Put it up. What did it say? Next. Ready, set,
Focus.
focus. We got to focus. Abigail, verse 20, she saw them in a distance while she was riding toward David. He was on his way down. She was intentional with looking at her surroundings. When you're trying to get somewhere in life, you have to be intentional about looking about what's going on around you. Even though she knew that she was in a terrible state, she still paid attention to what was going on around her. And because of that, she saw him from a distance.
She loaded up all that stuff. She was focused. She knew what she had to do.
So it came about as she was riding on her donkey and coming down by the hidden part of the mountain that, behold, David and his men were coming down toward her. So she met them. What if she didn't see them? What if she wasn't focused enough to see them coming? She would have missed them and everything she did would have fell apart. Sometimes we have to be focused. It's just like a camera. You can't get the shot until you focus it.
If you're a photographer, you know what an out of focus shot looks like. It's blurry.
It's
not
blurry.
clear.
It's not good. It doesn't mean anything. It's what's the need?
Absolutely.
What's the need of having it if you don't have a focus shot? What's the need of having a vision if you're not focused on it? Stop letting things in your life take your focus.
Absolutely.
Yes, the bills need to be paid, but you still have to focus on those things that's in there. Yes, the kids may be getting on your nerves, but you still got to focus on the things. Yes, I understand that the job is driving you crazy, but you still got to focus on the things that you put in there. The vision that God has given you. You still have to focus. And when Abigail met David, he began to spill out everything. I'm about to kill your people and all that stuff like that. And I said, you know what? God gave me, he told me something. When people are frustrated, Let them talk. It's nothing like someone trying to tell you something and you're talking over them or trying to tell them what you believe is right. Sometimes you just have to let a person get stuff out. Let them vent. Let them get it out.